I bring greetings to you from FIABCI. I also bring greetings to you from India, the largest populous country in the world. Indians are investing all over the world, and currently there are a few hot favorites. Just going to touch on the subject of a few of these countries. Indians have also been investing in other parts of Asia for various reasons. Dubai, currently the hot favorite. Dubai market has historically attracted Indian investors due to factors like high rental yields, tax advantages, and potential for capital appreciation. Dubai's commercial market has witnessed a remarkable surge in sales transactions the second quarter of 2023, contributing to a record performance of the Emirates real estate sector. The highest annual sales ever has taken place in the first 6 months here. Dubai's office properties showed a significant upturn with a net worthy 49% increase in transactions compared to the previous year. Dubai's office properties showed a significant upturn with a noteworthy 49% increase in transactions compared to the previous year. Top communities for the office sales during second quarter were Business Bay, Jumeirah Lake Towers, Jumeirah Village Circle, Barsha Heights, Dubai Silicon Valley, Oasis. There seems to be an indication of a real great demand for commercial spaces in these areas. Dubai's retail sector also experienced sustainable growth with a 50% increase in transaction and a remarkable 94% growth in transactional value. The buyer demand significance, the demand for commercial real estate continued robust throughout the second quarter. Surge in buyer demand and transaction signifies significant interest and confidence from buyers in the market. The surge, the number of new trade licenses issued, along with the influx of high net worth individuals coming to Dubai and the growth presence of new investors, this indicates that international appeal and global investment interest in Dubai's commercial real estate sector. DLD, that's the Dubai Land Department, has a total of 60,440 sales transactions were recorded with a total value of 177.3 billion dirhams the first half of this year, with the recorded value of registered real estate mortgages reaching 61.7 billion the first half, including grants worth 13.6 billion in the first 6 months of this year. This total amounted to about 252.7 billion, Dubai Land Department said in a report which was published. Why expand your business? The question that most markets, Fortune 500 companies around the world seem to be asking each other. Take a case study of Thailand. Guys do garments pretty well, and Korea and Taiwan, semiconductors, electricity. India is in back office processing and things like that. So I think future world is Asia. Next coming 3 decades belong to Asia. There's negative growth in different parts of the world, especially in Europe and the US, comparatively. What you see growth in India and the Asia, Malaysia and Korea, Taiwan, and all these countries. According to the Dubai Land Department, Asia is home 4.7 billion people, making it the most populous continent on the earth, planet Earth. With approximately two-thirds of the world's population, Asia is also the world's largest economic region, accounting for around 40% of the global output. Asia has a very business-friendly environment, especially for foreign investors. Most significantly, for Asia is projected to amount for 70% of the global post-pandemic economic growth. Noted, according to a 2023 report by the International Monetary Fund, IMF, this far outpaces Asia's Western counterparts. And this is a fact. We see growth. Maximum amount of cranes that we see, construction sites are in Asia, and noteworthy of, I mean, the only part of the world where I see the second greatest, largest amount of cranes, uh, Toronto, Canada. So, barring that, I think this is where the future is. Singapore is a business hub for financial services. It's attracted Indian investments in sectors like banking, finance, technology, and real estate. Compared to other countries, Singapore offers one of the quickest and easiest business registration processes. A company can be registered today with a single Singapore dollar. Apart from that, I think the most stringent laws that are there in Singapore that makes things a lot easy and very friendly for investors and customers. Put your money in there. There's capital protection there, and feel safe among the Asian countries. I think one of the most highest stamp duty in Singapore, but still people think that it's one of the fastest growing economies in that perspective. I'm sure my friends in Singapore will agree with what I'm saying or correct me if I'm wrong. And a lot of Indians have, and Indian high net worth individuals, Indian companies have invested in Singapore. Asia has a very friendly environment, especially for foreign investors. Most significant, uh, I mentioned about the IMF report. This takes care of most of the Singapore's business hub for financial services also attracted Indian investment in sectors which I mentioned to you, like banking, finance, technology. Compared to other countries, Singapore offers one of the quickest and easiest business registrations. Coming to Thailand, our host country today, uh, I think Dr. Sopon Pornchakchai and his colleagues and the other and business houses present here agree with me that Thailand supports foreign investors and business through its special investment policies focusing on free trade. Yesterday, Doctor's presentation was exceptional, and his daughter gave a fantastic presentation on what Thailand is doing and how it is seen as one of the fastest growing economies of this region. This country also gives special support to companies, activities that promote innovation and technology. So I think Thailand's another good place that Indians are investing, but not as same as Dubai, Singapore, and Malaysia. Thailand, according to a report by the real estate market in Thailand, is expected to grow in 2023. The report highlights that luxury housing market will continue to upgrade design, and there will be an increase in activity for downtown condos. The office sector will see a demand for high quality offices, and there will be a rise in flex space and turnkey demands. Though somebody had a contrary view to this yesterday, I think Doctor had somebody to fill the gap, mention that there's going to be another pandemic that's going to hit the world. I pray and hope so that it doesn't happen. We've gone through enough and more pandemics. We don't need another pandemic in the world. And I want to prove him wrong. Not that I have to say anything about this, but I think the world needs stability and economic growth. Another good investment options that Indians look is at Malaysia. Malaysia has been preferred destination for Indian investors, tech sectors, manufacturing, IT, and IT-enabled services. And tech investments in Indian tech startups and venture capitalists have shown interest in the Asian tech scene, particularly in countries like Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia. These investments can help Indian tech companies gain access to markets and resources. So it's the tech boom that's helped the Indian economy grow where we are right now, and this is fueling in a lot of investment, global investment. Take just giving you without context on this is, you take the Fortune 500 company list. Out of the Fortune 500 company list, I would say 400 CEOs and CFOs are people of Indian origin. They control the global monetary fund, wealth funds, and these companies are looking at India as a destination to invest in. But that's not my topic today. My topic is Indians investing in international markets. We do have international sales that are happening, and coming back to Malaysia, it offers low operational costs compared to many Western countries, making it attractive for manufacturing and outsourcing. It's a multicultural society. Malaysia's multicultural society and diverse workforce can be advantages for businesses looking to tap into markets. Currency diversification. Now, high net worth individuals may use international investments and offshore accounts for tax planning, wealth management purposes. Investing internationally allows individuals to hold assets in different currencies, which can be a hedge against currency risk, provide stability. Tasso's here from Cyprus. I think he was here, and one of the countries that are selling citizenship or grant on investment is most of Europe, for that matter. Portugal, the other countries are doing this. But though Asia is not offering this, there's still a lot of demand for people to come and investments markets. Now, this is a very important aspect of the whole investment pattern. International investments often involve complex legal and financial consideration. Investing in countries with stable political environments and strong economies can be appealing to Indian investors, especially during times of uncertainty in the domestic market. So I think stability, political stability leads to economic stability. Very, very important for most investment. Climate has to be very, very calm and not hostile. But there's, the other school of thought is the money is to be made where there's hostility and where there's uneven trade, and that's where the investors come in. Money. I'd be more than glad to answer questions or anything that you may have to say. I think I finished ahead of my time. If there's any Q&A, I'd be more than glad to take. And maybe I'd be able to give you if the moderator permits, I could talk a little about what India is doing right now and how the Indian economy is faring. What Indian, apart from real estate, is I come from a city which is known as Bangalore in south of India, which is Silicon Valley, or the technology capital of the world. And most of the Fortune 500 companies are here in India and in Bangalore, not because they like the beautiful climate that we have, or have good tandoori chicken masala, that we are 20% of the cost of what the world offers. Got services in the services sectors. We have very very competitive. Of course, can't beat Taiwan, Korea, and the other Asian tigers or the giants here on technology, hardware. But software development, I think, here holds the key, and we're going to be there 20 to 30 years. And there's going to be a great amount of investments coming in from India and into India also. Uh, I would urge all of you to look at India. You can hate India or you can love India. You can't ignore India right now. We are the world right now, and we are going to be there for the next 20, 30 years. Economies, only because of one thing. One sees the population as a glass half full. I see it, the other way of looking at it is you see it half empty. I would see the positive as a glass half full, and there's so much more um, money to be made, so much more business to be done. Uh, like I think it's one of those business schools that taught. I remember this thing. There was this sales manager who was sent to Africa, beginning of the 19th century, and those days there was no internet, and he was sent to explore the African markets, where the company that sent him was the company that makes shoes. First salesman goes there and examines the possibility. He says the natives don't wear shoes, so there's no potential in this market. And then they send another marketing guy out there a couple of months down the line, and he goes there and lands there and sees natives not wearing slippers or shoes, and he says, send a container load of shoes. I see potential in the market of people not wearing shoes. So it's a question of how you look at things, whether the glass is half empty and you see no potential, or you see glass half full and you see potential out there. So it's a matter of evaluating your own standards, evaluating your own vision on how the markets are going to fare. But the Indian markets and the Indian investors uh, are buying most of the corporates. I think Tata's one of the largest companies, have bought a lot of hotel chains. Largest automobile companies, Jaguar, Land Rover, belong to India, Tata's. And if you take the largest steel companies, Hitals, are owned by the Indians globally. So I think this century belongs, rather the next couple of decades belong to India and Asia. And I think this is where the economy is here and is here to grow. I see a lot of potential. Yeah, I invite you all to come and look at India as an investment destination, because I can tell you one thing for a fact, that the kind of returns that one makes in India is fabulous. Um, I would say over a period of 20 years, I've seen property prices grow 70 times. Certain markets, especially markets like Bangalore, where the city has grown and from rural to urban, and this transformation even have multiplied their time 100x. So, but right now, the way I see it, if you don't multiply your money minimum 3 to 5 times next 5 years, that's about a 20% return annually. It's not a good market to be. My investors and my customers tell me that they give darts to a monkey to throw it on the board. Anywhere in the world, they throw it and make that. So I have to perform, and I have to perform a 25% growth year on year. Show to them that markets are growing in India. A lot of appreciation there. The construction industry is booming. And all the money that's being made is being pumped overseas. Not all the money, I would say a fraction of the money. It has currency control of how much money you can transfer, about $250,000 per annum per individual. So if it's a family of 4, they can transfer about $1 million to buy a property anywhere in the world. So You can do it. We have our accounting year 31st March and 1st April. So you transfer $1 million for the 31st of March and $1 million with a family of 4 after 1st April. So, I think anywhere in the world you can get a decent property for about dollars. I think that's where most Indians are investing in these markets. We are the 4th largest or 5th largest buyers in the UK also, investing a lot in the United Kingdom. Right now, the Prime Minister is of Indian origin there, and you take the White House, Vice President, again of Indian. So this century or these couple of decades are India's, and we're going to hear a lot of India stories. One of the countries who just landed on the moon. US did it long back, but proves that there's potential in India. So Indians are investing overseas, and Indians are also looking for investment from overseas to come into India. Thank you very much. I hope you have a good